City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Los Angeles Rams. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because them there, that opened things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
All right, here we go. Boom, landed.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
So just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. He'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. So opening drive, 3rd down. They complete the slant to move the sticks.
And ordinarily, it's a high percentage pass when you throw it. And receivers like to run that route because it gets the ball in their hands pretty quickly. Just a couple of quick steps upfield, break towards the middle, and the ball should be there. And then they can get to do some work afterwards.
First down, he'll drop to throw. To the left side here for Eifert. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Here's a give to Mixon. And he stopped immediately there. There to make the tackle, Samson Abuka.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing up their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Here we go now. 319. 319.
He'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. So on 4th down, here's Ryan Quigley now to kick this one away. And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Ryan Quigley on now to kick this one away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Now a play fake here on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their second down call is going to look like now.
Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Operating from the gun, Rose. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Darquez Denard. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. Bullock good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay. I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
So 2nd in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker.
Set! Green 39! Green 39!
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Now let's go! Blue Lightning! Blue Lightning!
On 1st and 10, Rose. Throw left side, complete to Cup. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Here we go now. Green 39.
From the gun, throws. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Off-play action. Rose steps away. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Operating from the gun. Rose. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this will be taken at the 13. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Bowen. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 at a 1st down. They go play action here on 1st down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10.
Set. Green 39. Green 39. Detroit. Detroit.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Going deep downfield for Ross. That's going to be caught by Ross for a Bengal touchdown. A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height, or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. And just 1 tick to go, so this will obviously be the final play of this first quarter.
Now let's go.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Back live now to begin the second quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Rams with a football to get us going. And they've got it here with a first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. Green.
Back to throw here. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Bengals have recovered it.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Set. 3-19. 3-19.
And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Looking to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
He'll drop to throw. Boyd's the target, and he has it over the middle. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. His first catch, good for 9 and a 1st down. Mixon with a first down carry. And down inside the 15 he goes. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
A first chance in the red zone for the Bengals now. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll drop to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now back to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Bowen. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
To throw now on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Now, the Bengals on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain here down to the 22. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
Partner, when you're not able to run the ball successfully, it really messes everything up for an offense because no longer are you setting the tone and dictating the game. If you do want to throw the ball, play action's kind of gone out the window because they don't respect the run. And last but not least, you don't get to dictate it all when you want to throw the football, and that really hurts you as an offense.
So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? They'll start out on the ground with Gurley, and he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Set. Green.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Dumps it off to Gurley. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on third down.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Detroit. Detroit.
They're going to look to throw. Hard throw, incomplete. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide-open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is taken at the 10. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense.
Yep.
Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Now let's go.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Baby, get him, boy. Get him, boy.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to the City of Angels after this timeout.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39. Where's 52? Watch 52.
They'll look to throw here. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Now the Bengals on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Gone.
They'll set up a throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Bowen. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
3rd and 10 wasn't going to be easy. Now after the holding penalty, they have to deal with a 3rd and 20.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll set up to throw. Going for the deep ball. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. 83 yards. And the Bengals add on to their lead. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. But sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long, man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half. Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to be able to force everything either. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. This quarterback now 4 of 6 since taking over, and he's got a first down. Now they'll pitch it back to Gurley. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. They'll look to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green.
Back to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. They'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is taken at the 18. A good return there, 17 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Final 24 seconds of the first half as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. He's going to go for a big play downfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll throw now on the final play. He's letting it fly for Cooks. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. All right, hang on. We'll jump over at halftime. So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front. That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. And the Rams getting set to go now. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people would think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Throwing to start the drive. Rose. It's caught left side by Cooks. And he's going to be ripped down by the face mask at the end of this, and that's going to add 15 more onto the end of this thing. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Following the penalty, it's Gurley. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
To throw on second down. Rose. And incomplete on the deep ball. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. And it's 3rd down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
To throw on 3rd down. Rose. He'll get this one to Cup, complete. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down and a late flag here too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal.
All right, here we go.
Now a handoff for Gurley. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
Now let's go.
He's going to get it running right. And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. They'll try and pick up the 1st with Gurley. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Rams use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. The offense going to stay on the field as they will line up and go for 2.
Now let's go. 3-19.
Looking to throw. Rose. And he whips that one incomplete there. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know what I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense.
That's true. You've said that before. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39.
On play action, they'll throw toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Now, the Bengals on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Now let's go. Green 30.
He'll look to throw. Got a man. It's Ross, complete. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. 1st down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
This quarterback now 12 of 16 thus far. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. He's going to loft one. It's caught at the 10. A big play there for Cincinnati. 43 yards. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there isn't a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and goal. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Steps away to his left. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and goal. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Mixon trying to punch it in. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Bullock will put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Rose. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Hurry up, here we go.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Gurley. Gurley's got the 1st down and then some. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that one's complete to Gurley. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down. From the gun, Rose. And he finds his man. That's Butler. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Here we go now.
On 1st down, Rose. Eluding the pressure right. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Rose. He's going to put one out here to his running back. And he had a nifty little deke juke move, but he stopped shortly thereafter. It's a gain of 5, and that'll bring up a third down. Design run for their wideout, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a quarterback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him. But Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Hurry up, here we go.
He'll look to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing. And they got it done.
He's got his man, Boyd. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. It's Mixon on the counter. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. 10 yards there and a Bengal first.
Well, I'd say that run's pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, this offensive line has controlled the line of scrimmage, giving them time to throw it, run it, do whatever they wanted. That's why there are points up on the board. And right now, the psyche of the offense, we're in control, and we can do whatever we feel like doing out here on the field.
2 first downs have them up to the 41 now for 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This will be 3rd and 19.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
Back to throw here. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Here's Ryan Quigley now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. He'll look to set up his blockers. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
Here we go.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
And that'll be incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 10.
We got three, fellas. We got three. Set. 3-19.
Back to throw. Rose. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
Hurry up, hurry up.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. He's had his interception woes early in his rookie season, but sometimes that happens. There are great examples of guys in the past that have had those same struggles early.
You are so correct. And what the team and organization is hoping, we're going to see these woes now. But later, when we're helping him with his Hall of Fame speech, we'll remember his rookie year and how things began.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Here we go now.
And the pitch goes to Mixon. Finding room to the 20. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A great effort there, hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And thanks to the interception, the Bengals offense cashes in with 6. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. To throw again. Rose. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Rams on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 10.
Lucky 56. Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Operating from the gun. Rose. Man open, it's Cup. He's got it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Now that'll be caught by Cup. Takes this to the 45. Broken tackle. Bought him a little extra space. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Watch him now, Barney. Check the backer. No. Check. Patriot.
Looking to throw. Rose. And he comes back with one complete. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. They go play action here on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Blue 90. Gun.
Throwing again. Rose. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. The Rams on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Here we go now. Green 39.
From the gun, Rose. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jordan Willis in there to record another sack. Their 6th of the afternoon. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Here's Johnny. And how about this, a fake? And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. It's such a risky play there to fake it. You're either the hero or the GOAT. Here, they're going to be the GOAT.
Unfortunate, too, because you know they thought they had something there. They don't call it just to call it. They don't just say, oh, what the heck, let's go ahead and fake it here. They feel like they've got something on. They've got the defense in the right spot. Just unsuccessful in that opportunity.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one, maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Again, it's Mixon. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain it.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Sheldon Rankins in there to drop him for a 4-yard loss, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Ryan Quigley now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Bengals, it's an important win in terms of staying in the postseason race as they move to 6-4. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for Los Angeles, add one more loss to the column. That drops them to a woeful 1-9 so far. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Arizona Cardinals. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Somebody call for the queen.
I never killed anybody, but I got something to do with that. I got the streets on my back, carry it like I'm moving the. I told him the hunter, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning, skipping school, that's a truancy about it. I made me some rats in the morning, I had me up by the morning, I had me some breaks by the morning, I had a sis by the morning, I got on a meat on the morning, the rats keep me up on the podium, I had a in my shoulder, you got a picture me, you got the picture me, Pacific ice on my ocean, ready for war like I'm Russia, ladies should never the luggage, my diamonds they tussling, my neck and my belly on, they calling for me and they, you want me like me and I look, yeah, her Rex on her, yeah, B-Rex better calm down, yeah, if you go around, come around, yeah, whole squad, the streets on my back. Carry it like I'm moving the. I told him the hunter, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning.